how much you could save. Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Live across America, the PM Show with Mike Horn on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
Hey, welcome to the Big PM Show nationwide, coast to coast on CRN Digital Talk Radio. I am Michael Horn. Paul Stern is here, ladies and gentlemen. The great Pam McNeely, who normally is doing entertainment news. Is there any big blockbuster that we got to know about today? The Kardashians are breaking up. Is that the deal?
That's the biggest news, and supposedly Jennifer Aniston eloped.
Oh, Jennifer Aniston.
So there you go. So there are two little sound bites, but there's more important things to talk about
Do
today.
we know who she eloped with?
Jason Thoreau, the guy who she's been dating.
Oh, well, congratulations to
But
them.
enough about me.
But enough about there, because we've got a great show planned for you today. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't read a lot, but the books that I tend to read are, like biographies or stories that people write about themselves. And, we had the great William Shatner on here, and he had his book, The World According to Shatner, or whatever the new book is out there, and other books that are out there, Dick Cavett, etc. So they hand me this book, and first it looks like a coffee table book, and it says Tales of a Rascal, Robert Blake, and What I Did for Love. And so I'm looking at this, and they say, Robert Blake is available to do an interview. And I'm thinking, okay, since I was, a kid watching television, my old man would love to watch every time Robert Blake was on The Tonight Show or whatever, because he always told it like it was, and I enjoyed the same thing. And so now I'm thinking, all right, I'm going to look at this book, and I'm thinking, gee, I got to see if I can, and I haven't finished the book yet, but I start reading it, and from the first couple of lines, you get sucked in. I have told stories from this book to people. I was at lunch today and relayed 2 or 3 stories from this book, and I can remember the stories, and I tell them because this book is written so well that you just remember these, and it's Robert Blake talking to you. So then I sort of blow it because Robert Blake comes in. It's the first time I meet him, and I said, now, did you write this all yourself, or did someone else write it for you? He goes, well, what does everybody talk about that? And he's right. If you read 2 lines of this book, there is no doubt Robert Blake wrote everything in this book. Robert Blake, you've done a great job here. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. That's my first thing I've done like this in a long, long time. I haven't even been around. I've been under the radar. I've been traveling around the country, hanging around with regular folks. And this is weird because everybody calls it a book. And I don't really know what the hell a book is. All I know is there's a bunch of stories in there about people that I love and people who loved me. And then I went to a place where they bind them together, and I got 40 copies. And right now, you got the last one.
Unbelievable. So this book is there's 40 copies of this book out now, and that's it?
It ain't, yeah. I don't. When I came back into the world,
this is so Robert Blake, not knowing you, but this is so you. Go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead. When you came back in what?
When I came back from just being out there with the people.
Right.
I've been entertaining folks since I was 2 years old. So when I walk into a pool room in Tucson, Arizona, it's not a big deal. They say, hi, Robert, how are you? You coming over for dinner? Because they've known me all my life. I've known them all. They're like my friends. And I hung out there and let all this murder rap and all this media and all that jive go away. And when I came back, my friends said, okay, you need a twit and a tweeter, and you need a website, and you need a Facebook and a rap book and a Rick book and blah, 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 blah. I don't even own a computer. I don't know how to type. I don't even have a cell phone. I mean, I just got a regular phone about a month ago. So they put all this stuff together, and they said, okay, now you sit here on the Facebook, and the people are going to talk to you. And I said, well, that's cool. And it's like being in Tucson. But I don't have to be in Tucson. I'm here. So they said, okay, tell us about Alfie. So I started writing. I have a friend who types, and I just started talking, and I told him a story about Alfie.
Hang on here. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to hear about Alfie and more.
Let's sell some toothpaste.
Robert Blake is here. The book is called Tales of a Rascal. We'll get him to publish it before the show's over.
Not on